Oh, are we starting off the beginning
Yep.
or the team? Gotcha.
That's fine.
We're the Pink Panthers, and my name is Gonzalo. I am a student at ATEC, and I took care of the game part of the project. I did it in Unity, and I used C# to code most of the game mechanics, except for the hand tracking, of course, which we use Python. And outside of the camp, I like to play and make video games. I actually have like my games that I made in here.
Okay, so next is me, Vincent. I'm a junior at this point, going into senior year. I helped a lot with the back end, and then I also did a bit with the front end, make this website. We made it from a template, so it wasn't that bad, but I helped with that. And outside of this camp, I like playing video games. I like coding. I like listening to music. Right now, I'm just like binging shows. That's what I'm doing right now. But I also occasionally play the drums.
Hello, so my name's Dale. I'm heading to college pretty soon over at Columbus State. I help with training the model, web development, and debugging here and there. Outside the camp, I enjoy doing creative activities and pouring my heart and soul into projects.
Hi, I'm Alan, and I'm the project manager, and I'm a rising senior at Stevenson High School in Chicago. And I worked on organizing the group as a whole and making sure that, things are done on time and everything. And I also helped with the data collection process, which was just us taking a bunch of pictures. And outside of this camp, I really enjoy like making and listening to music. Also, I really enjoy the outdoors and I do a lot of sports.
Hello, my name is Noah. I was a rising senior at Lebanon Trail High School, and I mostly focused on supporting my teammates throughout this project. And in my free time, I enjoy playing instruments and sports such as swimming and soccer, etc.
Okay, before we move on from our team, let's not forget about our amazing mentor, Prasanga. Huge shout out to him because like he helped us a bunch with like our website backend. Like even though he wasn't feeling well the past couple of days, he still managed to pull through and helped us incorporate our webcam into Flask and everything, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
And yeah, shout out to our instructor, Prasanga. We forgot to shout him out earlier in this meeting, but yeah, he's currently getting his PhD at LSU, which is really, really cool. And yeah, I also really like him really much because he does a lot of music as well. So shout out to him.
All right, so let's get started. So over the past 3 weeks, we took on the challenge of developing our own custom AI product as a team with the help of our instructor. So during that time, we came together to present various ideas and we selected one that we all liked. Then we worked together to collect and label data, prepare the model for training, and we made evaluations to improve our model and topped it all off with a beautiful website. So for our project, we used computer vision to play games using our hands. So we used an object detection model called YOLO, which stands for You Only Look Once. And it uses deep learning and neural networks to process and recognize things in images. So we use that object detection from our model to recognize the hand gestures we'll be using to control our game called Need a Hand. Now we're still doing a bit of troubleshooting on the connection between the webcam that sees the gesture controls and the game itself, but we've all dedicated a lot of time and effort to reach where we are now.
And these are the hand gestures that the AI can detect, which are just like pointing left, right, up, doing a fist, and doing kind of like a stop sign with your hand. And just to test it, I'm going to use two different examples here. Well, Is the website down? Error project is not running.
Uh-oh.
Live
the Cococ
demos.
server stopped. Okay,
Every
okay, I just
time.
started back. Okay.
It's all right. You know, I'm surprised this is the first time this has happened. Live demos, 10 out of 10 times aren't going to work exactly how you're planning. But excited to see this come together.
So far, the UI looks awesome, though.
Thank you.
Maybe we can switch over to local. Vincent?
That might not be the best idea for now, but I started the server up.
Good.
So it should be running if you refresh.
There we go. Okay, so you can see here, I'm just gonna choose like this picture. And you can see how it detects a stop hand and with 0.98% confidence. And then you can then you can choose, for example, another one, and you're gonna use this one. It's basically gonna do the same thing, and this time it detects a right pointing hand with 97% confidence.
So yeah, our motivation behind this project is that we just, because we're in the computer vision group, so we want to do something with like hand gestures tracking. And we figured that, you know, it would be good for us. And since it was pretty challenging, and meaning that we would learn a lot of stuff along the way, and we would also have a lot of fun with this. Upon like deciding to do this, we always knew that it's not gonna be easy, especially with only 3 weeks to work with this game. But I think in the end, we were able to like do most of the portion. Yeah, and our literally our main motivation is that our passion in game development, and plus like, you know, this AI, we just thought about it would be really cool to combine AI with game development, and so we could use our, you know, like using our webcam to track our gestures to control a game.
So this game is a single player game, and the main point of this game is to defeat all those red enemies by shooting and gets to the touch point at the end. We also have 5 different movements for player to control, which are moving right, left, jump, stop, and attack. For gestures, we use machine learning model to recognize 5 different gestures, which will serve as an input to the game. And our main program, YOLO V5, is the model that we use to recognize the gesture and we connect it to the output of YOLO V5 to the input of game, which will serve as a controller of the game.
Okay. I guess I can continue with the process. Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot the process. Sorry.
Yeah. But okay, since Dale already like talked about how it works and everything, how YOLO is incorporated in our project, we can skip over that and go to data collection and pre-processing. So in data collection, we use 3 different sources of like collecting our data. We use web scraping, which was like getting images off of Google with like some code. And then we use public databases for a bit of our images and webcam footage for the majority of our images. We used a website called RoboFlow to like collect all our data, sort and organize all of it. And we augmented all our data like a bunch with grayscaling, hue, saturation, etc., which like made our model more robust and have more variability, which then gave us better accuracy and results. And then on to training and evaluating our model. We used for our model, for training it, we used CodeCalc servers. And because of this, since the like GPU, virtual GPUs and stuff are not that great, we had to use the second smallest version of YOLO, which is like YOLO V5S. And this like came with better FPS for like the webcam footage, but it also lacked in accuracy a bit. It wasn't that different from like the larger models, but it was just a bit more inaccurate. And this is the heat map for like the final testing session with the small model, which is, you could see, is pretty good. Like it's all above 90, 80, 70s. But like there was another heat map for our large model, but it kind of got lost in collab. So we don't really have that. But I can personally say it was like 2 of them were 100 and then the rest were 90s. So it's pretty accurate. And on to our product, which is basically this website, the game itself and everything. We used a Bootstrap template, which you can see here, but and we incorporated our model by allowing users to upload images of certain hand gestures, and the model would identify what gesture it was. And we also made a game, which will be the end demo basically, because we weren't too sure if CodeCalc could use like a webcam in Flask. So we decided just to set it up locally. And that's gonna be the last thing we do. But for roadblocks, we had like a bunch of roadblocks throughout this entire thing. If we can go down to the roadblocks tab. Okay.
In the interest of time, do you mind if I hop you guys over to the gameplay? We're seeing a lot of
sure.
people want to see the demo. People want to see the gameplay in the chat.
Okay. Oh, I need to set up the thing again. That's fine. If you can let me screen share. I have to turn off my camera for this part, but this should be it, right? You guys see the...
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to wait for the server to start up. Okay, just give it a second. Okay. So you can see my webcam thing in the bottom, right? So the only issue with this game is you kind of have to like click onto the game if you have like, okay. So you can see the bottom, stop, left, attack. It's like super hard. So I don't even know if I can complete a level with this, but I could try my best. I have never got past this part, I'll be honest.
That's
but like,
awesome.
okay, but there's enemies later on if you can get to it. It's like one of those super difficult games, but yeah, that's basically it.